I I really just can't believe you did it, New York. I cannot believe you elected this guy for the next 4 years. We'll see.
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day.
Eugene Debs is the 5-time socialist candidate for president of the United States.
For humanity. For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands.
Who said that?
Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater.
Good. Everybody should.
Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty.
How did you do that? You haven't beat Trump. You've elected a socialist communist in a damn near socialist city. I mean, unions and thugs run that city. I'm in a union. I know how they work. Trust me, I don't like it. But you act like you say you toppled a who? All you've done is convince people that don't have much that you're going to take it from people that do. Good job. You're doing what you said Trump did. And you say Trump is a piece of shit. What are you? You're literally playing off of the fears and desires of the most vulnerable. What you claim Trump did. So what are you? You're the left Trump? So does that mean you're going to do the same thing? Is disregard, like you think, the other side? You people are playing with fire. You're about to find out.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life.
Mind you, Cuomo was damn near a socialist.
But let tonight be the final time I utter his name as we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few.
Andrew Cuomo was everything the left wanted. Now they want more. It's never enough. You're going to eventually eat everything. You're eventually going to destroy everything in your rage. If you don't like where you're at, pick yourself up. Don't just tear everybody down.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change.
Oh, okay, but the American people didn't give it a mandate to the whole country. That's right, just you. God, you people are fucking pathetic.
A mandate for a new kind of politics.
You guys got your heads so fucking stuck up your own asses. You elected this fucking rat.
And a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that. To every New Yorker, whether you voted for me, for one of my opponents, or felt too disappointed by politics to vote at all, thank you for the opportunity to prove myself worthy of your trust. I will wake each morning with a singular purpose: to make this city better for you than it was the day before. There are many who thought this day would never come, who feared that we would be condemned only to a future of less, with every election consigning us simply to more of the same. And there are others who see politics today as too cruel for the flame of hope to still burn. New York, we have answered those fears.
Not saying much there except for platitude, platitude, platitude.
Tonight we have spoken in a clear voice. Hope is alive. Hope is a decision that tens of thousands of New Yorkers made day after day. Volunteer shift after volunteer shift, despite attack ad after
And
attack ad.
I'm sure he didn't pay it, just like he's not going to, and he takes over
More than
everything
a
else.
million of us stood in our churches, in gymnasiums, in community
Hope you like
centers,
volunteering.
as we filled in the ledger of democracy.
Democracy. Mind you, we're a representative republic.
And while we cast our ballots alone, we chose hope together. Hope over tyranny. Hope over big money and small ideas.
Tyranny of who? New York is controlled and has been controlled completely by Democrats for over 50 years. You had Rudy Giuliani, who, bless him, wasn't a great Republican, but he did a great job. You defeated another socialist Democrat. Your Republican candidate wore a beret. Nothing against the dude. He was just a guy. There's no Republican Party in your city. You people are fighting your own people, and you're blaming a boogeyman that doesn't exist. This man's a bigger boogeyman than anything you've ever ran into. I don't get why you think that he's not fighting another party. The Independent was the former governor Democrat you guys wanted, that you elected. He beat another Democrat to get the... You people crack me up.
Hope over despair. We
Again,
won because New
Democrats
Yorkers
doing.
allowed themselves to hope that the impossible could be made possible. And we won because we insisted that no longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now,
I just want to point out that he seems a little angry now. He's getting louder and more angry.
now it is something that we do. Standing before you, I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes but rarely.
Okay. The former Prime Minister of India, socialist. Big surprise. He's trying to turn everything socialist.
Early in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom.
Here we go. Now
This
we get
will
to
be
see
an
it.
age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather
okay.
than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt.
Which he hasn't given out yet. He has not told you any of his plans. Like in
Central
detail.
to that vision will be the most ambitious agenda to tackle the cost of living crisis that this city has seen since the days of Fiorella LaGuardia.
Since the days of other socialists.
An agenda that will freeze the rents for more than 2 million rent-stabilized
Causes
tenants.
prices to go up. I mean, you guys act like this shit hasn't been done before. It's been tried all
Make
around the world and
buses
in America.
fast and free.
They did it in Cuba.
And deliver universal child care across our city.
Who's paying for it? All the rich people are leaving. You can't print money. You're not the Fed.
Years from now, may our only regret be that this day took so long to come.
he's already hoping because he knows that's not going to be the only regret. There's going to be a lot more regrets going.
This new age will be one of relentless improvement.
Yeah.
We will hire thousands more teachers.
Who's paying for this? The whole lead up to this election, all I've seen is everybody, every station, CNN, ABC, excuse me, I apologize. The stations that will be honest. CNN, I'm giving you some credit for once. You're finally starting to come around. But everybody's already been talking, the honest people have already been talking about how all the rich people, all the people that make money are leaving your fucking state. Florida is already putting up a no vacancy sign. Where are you going to go? This guy's going to run everything into the ground and have nothing to pay for it. His budget is going to balloon, and then he's going to tax. And all the big money is going to be gone. Who do you think is going to tax?
We will cut waste from a bloated bureaucracy. We will work tirelessly.
These are the same people that attacked Doge when they tried to do that. Come on, you people are so fucking pathetic.
To make lights shine again in the hallways of NYCHA developments where they have long flickered.
It's going to be flickering.
Safety and justice
a lot of power
will
flickering.
go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of...
This is the man that wanted to end the police, defund them. He is supported by people like that fat sack of crap who did the internet. Those are the people that are going to run your government. People that support him. People like that. That doesn't bode well for your, I'm a better communist and we'll make it work this time. When you already have people like that on your side that are willing to kill people for their speech. Not saying him, but your supporters are. Eventually, they're going to get tired of you not doing enough. And when they get hungry and when everything starts to get expensive, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to take the blame and say, oh, you're right. It was all my fault. I messed up. That whole communist socialist thing was wrong. No, he's going to say, it's them. It's the other people. It's the whites. It's the Jews. It's the rich. It's them. It's the Republicans. When it's your city controlled by democratic socialists. It has been forever.
Community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on. Excellence will become the expectation across government, not the exception.
Yeah. Okay.
In this new age we make for ourselves, we will refuse to allow those who traffic in division and hate to pit.
I knew he was going to say that eventually. What the fuck do you think you do? That's all your candidacy has been, is division and hate. You hate Jews. You hate white people. You hate rich people. You hate Republicans. You hate America. You hate Americans. All your whole side is division. That is all you do. You segregate people, divide them, and then turn them against each other. Fuck off.
Us against one another.
As he divides
everybody. In this
everybody.
moment of political darkness, New York will be the light.
Yeah, for all the other freeloaders to come over.
We believe in standing up for those we love.
And
whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job, a single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall. Your struggle is ours too.
Okay, what about us Christians, Jews, whites?
And we will build a...
You talk about all the people with their backs against the wall, but all you've done is put a target on those people. And all I've seen is your side attack those people. Whose back's against the wall? You're worried about people, rightfully so, that can't feed themselves. Lower taxes, less government. That's the way you get them to pull themselves out. Make people uncomfortable in their poverty. Not hand them more free stuff so that they stay there and they like it. I come from a poor family. I didn't want free stuff. I wanted to go get better stuff because the free stuff always came with strings attached to it. The free stuff was always bad. I wanted better. I went out and created an opportunity for myself by going to school, getting good grades.
City Hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge of anti-Semitism.
Right.
Where the more than 1 million Muslims know that.
Didn't this guy make a speech, I'm pretty sure of it, with a mask on, being very, very anti-Semitic? See, this is just platitude. And you people that voted for him are stupid. You're fucking stupid. If you believe the words he's saying, dude, I got oceanfront property for you in Kansas. I know that's old, but it's the fucking truth. You guys are stupid.
They belong. Not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power. No more will New York be a city where you can traffic in Islamophobia and win an election.
Again, these are all Democrats you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. You guys are controlled and have been forever.
This new age will be defined by a competence and a compassion that have too long been placed at odds with one another.
Your side has compassion. Kill babies.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve.
You guys, look at Canada. Your side is allowing euthanasia. You're pushing euthanasia in Canada. I get it. That's Canada. It's still your side. Canada's just more progressive than this.
And no concern too small for it to care about. For years, those in City Hall have only helped those who can help them.
Democrats.
But on January 1st, we will usher in a city government that helps everyone.
When was the last time a Republican was elected? Rudy Giuliani, I'm pretty sure. Nobody blame but yourself.
Now, I know that many have heard our message only through the prism of misinformation. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent to redefine reality and to convince our neighbors that this new age is something that should frighten them.
No, it should scare the hell out of you.
As has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour.
Okay, he's taught the people that make no money, your enemies are the rich people. The people that pay for everything are your enemy. The people that make $10, $15 an hour, he's turned against the rich people. He's sitting there saying that the $30 an hour are blaming 20. No, I go hat in hand with those people. They're the middle class. They're the struggling people. I want taxes, regulation, and government off of those people's backs. The poor, the rich, everybody's. You're the one pitting people against each other. You're the one putting people in little groups. I want maximum liberty for everybody. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody wants. The way you do that is get the fuck out of their way. You don't pit 30 against 20. You don't put poor people against rich people. This man is sent here to divide and conquer. People were never going to fall from the outside. It's always going to be from us inside. And it's people like this motherfucker, like this fucking weasel that you let in. I can't believe you're sitting here taking this shit from him. Nobody from that makes $30, $40 an hour is blaming the $20 an hour. I'm blaming rich people too. And rich politicians like you who have never served a day in a real fucking job telling me and workers how bad we are. Because I make a little bit more. And I think somebody that makes a little less should work a little harder sometimes. Rich people are not the enemy. They pay a lot. Why don't you look up how much they pay in your fucking city? I'm pretty sure it's around 60%. That means out of every $100, they get to keep 40. When is that enough? 100%? 80%? What's a fair share? You people need to fix this shit in your head.
They want the people to fight amongst ourselves so that we remain distracted.
That's where it's going to be once he divides us. We're going to be fighting against ourselves and not fighting against the people like him eating all the great stuff while we fucking fight for scraps.
From the work of remaking a long broken system.
But this is the system he's created.
We refuse to let them dictate the rules of the game anymore. They can play by the same rules as the rest of us.
While he doesn't play by any rules, because that's what dictators and despots do.
Together, we will usher in a generation of change.
And see, here's the difference about you people. I don't like Donald Trump that much. I call him out when he's doing bad, and he's done a lot of bad. I don't like the way he's just pushing the left and trying to force arguments with the immigration. I support him getting the immigrants that are here illegally out of here because that's the law, but I don't agree with the way he's doing these. But that can be decided by the courts, like you guys try to always say we had to worry about, while you did things that were unconstitutional.
And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we...
Oh, but what I was getting at is, I can call him out, and I'm sure there's Republicans that can't, but you guys don't. You guys have a cult of personality where you literally let your party put Kamala Harris in place with no voting. That's communism. That's dictatorship. That's destroying democracy. You let your party lie to you about Joe Biden's mental acuity. You let your party lie to you like they are doing always. And then without your vote, put in a puppet who was stupid and drunk the whole time. You guys have a really big problem with cult of personality. Obama, Biden, Harris, you guys just fall in line like lemmings. And here's the proof. Know nothing about this guy. Know nothing about his history. And you voted for him because he said the right thing. The cult of personality.
Can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves.
You're appeasing him.
After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
A year ago, we voted for him as a nation. You didn't. A lot of us didn't. But he won the biggest landslide since Reagan. It's pretty fucking simple, people. The left is done. They are communists. And just be honest about it and grab hold of it. You guys are communists now. You've denied it. You fought tooth and nail. You can claim it's democratic socialism. Okay, well, that leads to Nazi Germany. Cult of personality. This dude sounds exactly like Hitler. Hey, you could say Donald Trump did. Then we're in the same boat. And all that does is destroy the middle. You let the far right and the far left destroy us with people like him, people like Donald Trump. Because when the next time comes around, the left's going to do worse than Donald. And then when the right comes back, if they're allowed to, because I'm pretty sure by that time the whole system will be destroyed. But if the right comes back, then what are you going to do? I mean, we're headed for a civil war if this is the way it keeps going, people. This is not the people we listen to.
And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
There it is. Dismantling the system that allowed him to accumulate power. That is capitalism, folks. That is destroying capitalism in the engine of capitalism. New York was the engine. You know, Texas opened up its own stock exchange. Yeah, New York, you're going to be irrelevant soon. You're going to be very irrelevant soon. I'm glad this is just a mayor's race. But eventually you guys are dumb enough that you will elect a communist president. You already tried. I mean, Obama was. He was. Luckily, he only had a supermajority for 2 years, which somehow, I don't know how he couldn't get everything else passed that he wanted to. He said it right there, people.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
There it is. Sorry.
So Donald Trump.
First off, he's only in New York. But he's already got game plans to go bigger. You see it. He's talking nationally to stop future people like us that believe in liberty and freedom and rights. Stop people like us from ever getting power again.
Since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
What's that even mean? That sounds revolutionary to me. That sounds a lot like maybe Che Guevara. Oh, but you people don't even know that he was racist and hated black people. But you support him and you wear his shirt. Jay-Z. Che Guevara. That's who this guy sounds like.
We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end.
So do people not have the right to own stuff? Who are you to tell people what they can and can't charge? Don't buy it, don't rent it. That's freedom. Using government force is communism. But that's what you people are. I can't, I just can't.
To the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks.
The culture of corruption that you guys, that your side left in place the whole time Obama, Biden were in charge. You guys left this culture there. Matter of fact, Nancy Pelosi ran with this fucking culture. How about Obama? The motherfucker's rich as can be. You guys weren't complaining about culture of corruption then when they were making money. I thought insider trading was illegal. Yeah, everybody in Congress seems to be doing it, and none of you guys seem to care. Because the culture of corruption works for you. You use it like this to play off of the people that are stupid and naive and ignorant. Cult of personality.
We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
How many bosses in New York are just strictly Republicans? So your own side then, Mark Cuban's, Bill Gates, all these people. These are the people you're talking about. Hey, let's go to the people in Congress worth millions upon millions that have made their money off of Pfizer and the people that donate money to them, you know, those rich billionaires, the people you're talking about that treat their employees like garbage. Fucking hypocrites, man. You're just fucking hypocrites and communists.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants.
They can't afford shit.
Powered by immigrants.
Because you don't have printing presses.
And as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Oh, he's not going to let you forget that part. Trust me. Immigrants are coming, people. Look at London. That's what you're about to be. London.
Oh, hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Oh. We're not coming for you. You can run your town into the ground.
When we enter City Hall in 58 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them. A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme and let us build a shining city for all.
You had one at one time.
And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist.
Give the crowd cheer. You guys.
And most.
That's a bunch of sheep cheering for a wolf.
Damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this.
That's really scary.
And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back. We have bowed at the altar of caution and we have paid a mighty price. Too many working people cannot recognize themselves in our party. And too many among us have turned to the right for answers to why they've been left behind. We will leave mediocrity in our past.
Yes.
No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great. Our greatness will be anything but abstract.
You had one of the greatest presidents ever. You had JFK. I lived through Reagan. I remember Clinton. Clinton was a progressive in his own right. He was something we had never seen before. Yet he worked with Republicans because he understood that the nation was better when you guys worked together and you actually talked about problems instead of just platituded it. Instead of pointing the finger at the other side and putting the blame squarely on them, he worked with the other side. That's not what you guys are doing anymore. Look at the government shutdown. 14 votes. And the Democrats won't budge because they want health insurance for illegals. You can say that that's not what they want, but it is. They've already said they're using it for leverage. It's only going to get worse when you elect people like this.
It will be felt by every rent-stabilized tenant who wakes up on the first of every month, knowing the amount they're going to pay hasn't soared since the month before. It will be felt by each grandparent who can afford to stay in the home they have worked for.
You're the party that likes to raise taxes. What grandparents are you talking about? Because anybody in New York that owns a home, they're the people you're going to attack.
And whose grandchildren live nearby because the cost of childcare didn't send them to Long Island. It will be felt by the single mother who is safe on her commute and whose bus runs fast enough that
you just reelected Alvin Bragg, who lets people out of prison for stabbing and beating people up. You have no cash bail. You guys let criminals back on the streets so quick. The blood on the streets is still there. And you let them back out. And you talk about safety? You're the party that lets criminals run rampant because you don't want, excuse me, you put Christians in jail when they protest abortion clinics. Forgot about those people that you fucking put in jail. But you let people, like the guy that stabbed that chick in the neck, how many times was he in prison? Lying sack.
She doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time. And it will be felt when New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning and read headlines of success, not scandal.
Again, Democrats,
Most
you
of
run the
all,
city.
It will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back.
Democrats.
Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver universal... Let the words we've spoken together, the dreams we've dreamt together, become the agenda we deliver together.
Who pays for everything? You don't have printing presses. And
New York,
just causes inflation.
This power, it's yours. This city belongs to you.
Always did.
Thank you.
Always did. Good luck, New York. Good luck, America. We're going down a path that no country recovers from. Look at France. You look at their economies. They're not. Look at what socialism's done to the UK, France, Germany. More civil unrest. They're bringing in immigrants quicker than we are. I have nothing against immigration, and you leftists need to get this through your fucking head. Yes, we are a country of immigrants. When the whole country wasn't filled, when we were establishing ourselves as a powerhouse in the world, we accepted people from everywhere. But we didn't allow people to just come here and take freely what they needed or wanted. They had to assimilate. They had to become Americans. They wanted to become Americans. They wanted to be like us, with their culture assimilated to ours. My family was German. I'm not a German American. I'm an American. I can guarantee you my grandfather and my great-grandfather called themselves Americans, not German Americans. Yes, they brought their German heritage with them, but they left it in their house, and when they went out, they tried to be more American. They tried to show people we can be American together while I still hold my love of my nation that I came from. But as generations went, we became more and more American. What he is promoting is not that. What he is promoting is people coming here illegally, taking free stuff and sending it back to their country. Or just taking the system. Meant for citizens, meant for people that need it severely. You can't pay for everybody. And if you think you can tax the rich to pay for it, they can leave until you criminalize that. And then that is communism full force. Because that's all you have left is force. You can't convince the people what you're doing is right after that. You've become nothing but force. All right, we got 4 years to see how this goes. Hopefully in 4 years I'm wrong. I pray, not because I want communism to work, but I pray for our nation. We're going to need it now, people. It's Chris from Gen X Insights. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. Make a comment. Talk to you later.